and other withered stumps of time were told upon the walls. The picture of Philomela is not the only picture hanging on the walls of the dressing room. There are other pictures as well, and the poet describes them as withered stumps of time, a typically Eliatian description. What is a stump? Stump is the part of a tree after most of its trunk has been cut down. A stump is that part of the trunk of the tree which is left behind after much of the trunk has been cut down. Withered means shriveled, dried up, falling into decay, in the process of dying, withered stumps of time. The pictures on the walls, it appears that there are quite a few pictures on the walls. The pictures on the walls are described as withered stumps of time. They are stumps. Trees are living, but stumps are not living. They do not have any life. They are withered stumps. They are dead stumps. Withered stumps of time. What is the poet trying to convey here? The pictures are from mythology. The pictures are from history. The pictures are from the personal lives of the persons associated with the house or the flat of which the dressing room is part. But the persons are typical wastelanders. And to the persons, these pictures are utterly meaningless. They may be from mythology, they may be from history, they may be from the personal lives of the persons themselves, but they are totally devoid of meaning. They don't have any life. They are not trees, but they are only stumps, and withered stumps at that. The theory of meaning is a vast and interesting subject. I do not intend to get into it, but I would like to observe that there is a point of view which claims that all meaning is bestowed by the viewer on the object. It is believed that, according to this perspective, no meaning is intrinsically present in an object. On the other hand, the meaning of an object is that which is given to the object by the observer. I don't know how I can make it clear to you. By itself, no object has any meaning. It is we who bestow meaning on objects. I shall give you an example. My wife gives me a rose petal. It has one particular meaning. My girlfriend gives me a rose petal. It is quite a different meaning. I hope you understand it now. The paintings on the walls of the dressing room are extremely beautiful, but the wastelanders are unable to see beauty, unable to see meaning, unable to see life in these pictures. And to the wastelanders, they are nothing but withered stumps of time. I would like to work out a comparison between the passage under consideration and a passage from an earlier poem of T.S. Eliot, the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. In Prufrock, the poet says, I think he says it twice, the poet says, in the room the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. Michelangelo is the Italian, or more exactly Florentine, painter, sculptor, architect, and poet, considered the finest example, the finest representation of the high Renaissance. Some art critics look upon Michelangelo as the greatest painter ever of the Western world. What happens here? In the room the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. What happens here is the trivialization of art. Michelangelo is great art. If Michelangelo is not great art, what is great art? And here the women talk about Michelangelo as they come and go. It is obvious that the women are not genuinely interested in Michelangelo. It is obvious that the women are unable to appreciate truly the greatness of Michelangelo. But they talk about Michelangelo as they come and go, because such talk, such conversation is fashionable. The pictures are not the only things hanging on the walls of the dressing room. There are other artifacts as well. The poet calls them staring forms leaned out. The artifacts are embedded on the walls of the dressing room, and from their positions they stare at the dressing room. What do they do? Hushing the room enclosed, they wrap up the room in silence. We once had a principal who used to say, I want the silence of the grave here. Silence is one of the symptoms of death. When you are dead, you are absolutely silent. The wastelanders lead a life of death. And this fact is accentuated by the silence in which the artifacts which are embedded on the walls wrap up the room. Like the paintings, the artifacts mean nothing to the wastelanders. They have no meaning, they have no significance, they have no value, they have no life. And all that the artifacts succeed in doing is to enclose the room in silence, underlining the fact that the life that the wastelanders lead is a kind of death.